Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and yeah, just come out the shower. It's a very dreary Monday after some absolutely horrific summer weather that we've been having, and yes, you can like the heat, you can like the sunshine if you want, but it's just not for me because I can't function at the best of times. So when we're going through a heat wave and I'm sweating by just walking, I don't want any part of that. So this dreary Monday that we're having, it's been raining, it's overcast, it's a little bit cooler. I just cannot wait for autumn. The best season of the year. Because you can go outside with a shirt and a jacket, a jumper, a scarf, a cardigan. But now I look like an idiot with, even though looking down, I do have really nice shapely legs and an even more shapely behind. I don't like the whole shorts, t-shirt and sandals stuff. That's why when people are saying, oh, I really want to go to like Spain this summer, it's like, why would you want to go to one that's even more uncomfortable? Why would you want to do that? And why am I getting angry about it? Because people like that. Do you know what I mean? People like what they like, and that's what we should do. Anyway, so today I've been tasked with cleaning the porch, which I said, yeah, I'll have a few beers while I do that. Even though I will have cleaned it by the time I've had one beer, so I'm going to have a few beers anyway, because it's a day off. And I'm going to bask in the gloom of the overcast sky. Yeah, anyway, I've just realised this t-shirt is really tight that I'm wearing right now. I've put on quite a fair bit of weight, to be honest, since I've been back in the UK. I always thought when you're going through inner turmoil, you lose your appetite because you dwell too much, but apparently I go the other way and I just seem to eat a bit more, which, yeah, anyway, that being said, I don't care. I don't feel like I'm disgusting. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. That's what we should be all like. If you want to eat, I've just been watching, what's the channel called? I've just discovered, I should say, and now it's disappeared on me. So this is like take 4, by the way, because I've just been an idiot. So I've been watching a lot of Burger Gang TV, and the guy who hosts it is, he's a big fella, but he's big and built as well. And he was like, I would rather die of a heart attack than eat salads on a daily basis. And I'm kind of like that, do you know what I mean? I totally agree with that sentiment. He's going around London having burgers, going to burger festivals, trying all this great food, and he's enjoying it. And I think that's what we should do. So if you want to adopt a vegan lifestyle, if you want to go on a diet, if you want to, do it for you. Do it for you, and don't do it because of other people's conceptions of you. And I think that's an important thing. So that's Uncle Clueless's message of the day. And if I could be bothered to edit stuff, I'd have had that pop up in a very funny meme-like manner. But anyway, so I thought I'd kick proceedings off with, I'm actually glad that it's taken me a long time to actually get even to the beer, because it's cooled down. Well, it's warmed up slightly, I should say, because it's been in the fridge. But we're going back to Verdant, and we are looking at a can of the Light Bulb Extra Pale Ale, which I picked up from Northern Beer Temple in Wigan. Links down below. If you find yourself in Wigan, definitely pop in. John's a lovely guy as well. Great beers, great range, from the more affordable to the little bit more extravagant, and you're not going to get stink eye from beer snobs in there, which is always a good thing, and I think that's something that we really need to cut out of craft beer. Anyway, not here to get into a political, sociological debate. We're here to enjoy beer, and that's what it should be all about. Because I did get into a little bit of a rant in a previous take, so it's inspired me to do a video. So I might have already released that, or I might do that, or I might just not do it, about how beer used to be my safe space. Do you know what I mean? It used to be the place I went to when I wanted a lift. you know, lift up. The people you could talk to, you could go on days out, you'd be immersed in the culture. I've met great people from it. But it's like beer's become like one of the most politically correct places I've ever experienced, and it saps the fun out of it. Do you know what I mean? So I might have done a video on that. I don't know. Is it worth it? It probably get me banned from UK Craft Beer Forum, because if you have any sort of opinion that's slightly against the grain, no pun intended, then you're like demonised as the spawn of Hitler himself sometimes. Anyway, not here to do that. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy beer. Take people at face value. Just have fun, because our political landscape at the moment is so dire. So, you know, to hell with poverty. We'll get drunk on cheap wine, as Gang of Four once said. Completely unrelated to the point I've just made. I've just realised, but yeah, just have fun. Just enjoy it. Enjoy life before every aspect of it becomes, you know, tedious. I mean, public transport is terrible nowadays. You don't. There's so much out there that frustrates and brings you down. So let's not turn this beautiful, beautiful thing into that. Anyway, apologies. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up and open this beer. Before I do that though, the malts are Extra Pale Ale, Vienna, Oats, Caragold and Carapils. Hops are Simcoe and Centennial. Yeast is Labrew New England. And the description of the beer is as pale as a 100-watt light bulb, or the clueless drinker, but just as juicy as an IPA. Sessionable, quenching and totally addictive, biscuity malt base with a hint of sweetness, all drenched in fruity dank hops. Packaged on the 31st of May 2018. Best before date is the 31st of August 2018. And I'm recording this beer review on the, I think it's either the 17th or 18th of July. So it's been in the can for, you know, nearly 2 months. So anyway, I'm sure it's not faded too drastically. And in this sort of landscape, it might have actually mellowed down, because a lot of these beers nowadays become quite a little bit intrusive with hop burn and greenness, but no. So, of course, this isn't the haziest of pale ales or IPAs, but, you know, just because it's Verdant, not every beer has to be like that. But, yeah, it's got a lovely sort of lemon drop look to it, whatever that means. A little bit of lemon curd as well. But, yeah, lovely sort of like cloud. It's more cloudy in this part of the glass, and then it does thin out slightly on the shaft. That's what she said. But yeah, a lovely, lovely looking beer, nice and pale. Beer poured with about 1 finger's worth of a white looking head. So let's see what we get on the nose. It's lemony, slimy, it's orangey, it's got a bit of grapefruit in there. It's very gentle. Yeah, you're definitely getting that lovely biscuit malt coming through. A little bit of stone fruit action as well, but it's all very mild and reined in. But that, at the same time, it is like fragrant as well. There is a slight floral edge, but yeah, it smells nice and gentle. You can tell already that it's going to be a light flavour. Do you know what I mean? And just refreshing, and you know, as much as I don't like the sunshine, it's smelling like it'd be a beer to bask in the sunshine with. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it smells lovely. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh. That's wonderful. It's very light. It's not in your face. It's not too bombastic. Easy going. Lovely and hoppy. It is still vibrant in its hop flavour, but light body, a little bit dry in the back end. Lovely gentle hop bitterness as well. Now, I could see people with this and all the other beers that Verdant have been releasing to high praise. People might say, oh, it's just a little bit, you know, it's that not hoppy enough for me now, do you know what I mean? Because people talk like that, apparently. Somewhere in England, people talk like that, I suppose. If you've had like a mild stroke or that thing where you like have a head injury and next thing you know, you're fluent in French. Maybe that's the sort of situation you find yourself in. No disrespect to either of those ailments, of course. But yeah, it's like one of those, if you do get it a lot. Like, well, oh, it's not fruity enough for me. It's not, you know, dank. It's not dank enough for me. Oh, it's on a haze for days beer. It's like, rein it in, folks. This is one of those beers that I just want to session the hell out of, because it's not bombastic, it's not in your face, it's not like punching you in directly in the face with hops. Doesn't have to. It's lovely and crisp. The malts are showing in there as well, and there's this lovely balance of malts and hops. And yeah, it's exactly what I was expecting from the appearance and the smell. Yeah, there's always a risk where a beer like this might be a little bit too light and doesn't carry the hops, because it has been, you know, very highly hopped. This is Verdant that we're talking about. You know, probably the brewery that is a master at hopping beers at the moment. I mean, I had the collaboration they did with Amundsen last night, some Space Tiger, on the completely other end of the spectrum, but just wonderful. And this is wonderful. This is like, it's reminding me of a little bit more of like a craftier, contemporary take on something like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which for me is just like the godfather of like American pale ales. That is a beer that it doesn't matter if it's next week or 20 years, I will probably drink that beer as much as I possibly can, because I absolutely love it. I mean, I just, out of interest, I was going to Manchester for the Ply event, and the trains weren't running, so they were doing bus replacement service. So I was like waiting for the bus to come. I went into a little off-licence, and they had, yeah, the usual Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, Punk IPA, those sorts of beers. And I was like, even though you can't really drink on the streets in Wigan, I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to get a bottle of this. It's, you know, it's only 11 o'clock in the morning, but I'm just going to try it. And even in that circumstance, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, probably not the freshest bottle either, to be fair. But I was just drinking it. It's like, this is so satisfying for me. And this just, that was a horrible burp. And this beer, although not completely the same, it has that sort of feel about it for me personally. And these are those sorts of beers where if you're at like a restaurant or something like that, or you go to like a burger bar and you want a beer that's going to complement the beer, that's not going to distract you too much from the food, but then it's not just like an uninspired sort of beer. That's the sort of thing that I'd love to have with like pizza, burger, chicken wings. I'd love to just gorge myself on it at a tap takeover. Do you know, it's one of those beers that you could do a whole day's worth of drinking on that beer alone. Because it's got real simplicity to it, which I really do appreciate. And it's a lovely beer. I would not take anything away from it. It's got a little bit of sherbety character. subtle tartness there. It was probably a little bit more bolder, fresher, but as it stands now, I think that's a lovely, lovely beer, and I think this one is once they change slightly from batch to batch, so yeah, this batch of Light Bulb, lovely stuff, absolutely lovely, and I think the video's been getting progressively darker as I've been recording. So yeah, Light Bulb from Verdant. I can't think of anything to hold against that beer, nothing to detract from it at all, so it's a 10 out of 10. I'm very liberal, it seems, with giving 10 out of 10s with beers, but if they're hitting the spot for me, then what's wrong with me giving them a 10 out of 10? Is this a 10 out of 10 beer for you? Let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. What are some of your favourite Verdant beers? Bombard me in the comments. Of course, if any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed it, their links are going to be down below as well. And yeah, Verdant, really up there as one of the best UK craft breweries producing these sorts of beers. I love it. I absolutely, the more I'm drinking it, the more I'm enjoying it. And I probably will have drank it before I've even started doing the porch. But anyway, check out Verdant down below. Check out Northern Beer Temple. And yeah, thank you for sitting through yet another 16+ minute video. But yeah, if I've got to gush about beer, I'm going to gush about beer. And you're going to be the victims of that gushing. I'm going to end it there, because how could I come back from that? Unbelievable.